Beach when Danny Cox was unable to pitch because of a bad neck. He worked 2 innings Sunday and now comes right back with this big spot. A drive into left center field. McGee was shading the other way, and he has to short hop it. And if he doesn't short hop it, that goes all the way to the river.
But that's what they talk about the Cardinals. They say the Cardinal outfield can turn a triple into an out and turn a walk into a triple. McGee short hops it, and I mean, he makes a sensational play, making it look pretty easy, because as you say, Vin, that thing probably would end up under that arch.
So Uribe, a single. Willie making a dazzling backhand short hopper of it. Here's Rick Russell applied to left, and he's around to bunt. At least he was if he had gotten a pitch. Now he has to check with Don Zimmer to see if the bunt is on.
He better make Dreesen field it.
Russell has 7 sacrifices and tries for number 8. He's got it. Pena to Tommy Herd.
He really deadened that ball so nicely. Uribe moves on down there. Russell got it on that dirt part and just trickled out there. A perfect putt. See how hard they're charging. Pendleton coming in from third. And Pena says, I'll take it. And a perfect sacrifice punt.
So Jose Uribe at second base, 1 out in the 5th inning. Rob Thompson trying to pick him up. Thompson is 0 for 2. Reached on an error and scored and struck out. The Giant pitchers are set. Dravecki tomorrow, Hamaker Friday, and Krukow Saturday.
You know, just a footnote to that Danny Cox story. Whitey wanted him to start not only because he thought he was his best pitcher, but he was the one guy he could use in 3 games. He had him planned for 1, 4, and 7 if it goes that far.
1 ball and no strikes. 1-1. The other problem is that Herzog had to decide, and he opted for 8 pitchers and 16 players. Well, now he has 8 pitchers, but one of them can't pitch. He is really in trouble, and he was worrying about a blowout.
A blowout, and you know, if somebody comes up like Tudor or tender arm or something. I tell you, Whitey's done some job of managing this year.
1 ball and 1 strike to count to Rob Thompson. In there, 1-2. Rob Thompson was scouted by the son of the third base coach for the Giants, Don Zimmer. And when Don was with the Yankees, he was saying, gee, I really feel good. He said, you know, that kid playing for the Giants, my son scouted him. And now Tippy's over there in a Giant livery. Comebacker. Instead, it'll go by the mound to Ozzie. And on the play, Uribe takes third.
You can see the advantage of Willie McGee cutting that ball off. True, he backhanded, and if it gets by him and all that, but the fact is he did cut it off. And that's why we talked about, when you talk about a ball club built for a ballpark, you talk about defense, because Coleman's going to steal on the cow pasture. I mean, forget about that end of it. But when you can cut the gaps like they do, and McGee did, here is Uribe at third with 2 outs. But if that ball gets by, he's at third with 1 out.
So with that runner at third and 2 down, the batter is Kevin Mitchell, who singled to left and flied to left. 1 for 2. One thing you have to worry with Mathews, who is a finesse pitcher, but he does have 7 wild pitches in limited duty. So that puts a little extra heat on Tony Pena with a runner at third. 2-2 tie in the 5th, 2 out. Fouled away off first, out of play, back into the crowd. The crowd, of course, has been a big story here in St. Louis. They finished with over 3 million for the first time in Cardinal history. The Mets also drew 3 million, and baseball had a banner year. Over 52